The Iowa football team suffered its first loss of the season, 21-20 at Pittsburgh last Saturday. The Hawkeyes outgained the Panthers by more than 100 yards in the loss, but failed to capitalize on their opportunities to score.
But that last game, wasn't a league game, but we wanted to win it badly for a lot of reasons. It would have been helpful in a lot of areas. We came up a point short, and there are, it's a long list of things that, could have been differently or done differently or what have you, and done better.
I kind of think we stopped ourselves a lot last week versus Pitt, and that one kind of hurt me a lot. I was just really bothered by the fact that we lost by 1 point, and after going back and watching the film, it's triple frustrating to see that the opportunities that we had, and personally I had, there was times in the game where I felt like I had an opportunity to change the game, and I want to furthermore throughout the season I want to make sure that when those opportunities arise, I make the best and we make the plays.
Against Pitt, Jay Christensen and Ricky Stanzi again split time at quarterback in the first half, but the coaching staff decided to go with Christensen after halftime, a decision some said led to the loss. This week, Stanzi will make his third career start as the Hawkeyes open the Big Ten schedule against Northwestern.
Every game is an opportunity to go out there and play and try to help the team win, and I'm excited about it. Can't tell you how I'm going to play. Hopefully play good. It's what you want to do. I'm going to prepare all week the best that I can, give our team a chance, to be in the position to make plays, and when those plays are, come up, to actually go out there, execute, finish them, and, hopefully put points on the board.
The bright spot for the Iowa offense was the play of running back Sean Green, who went over 100 yards for the fourth consecutive game to start the season.
I mean, he's really done a nice job, and I think he's closer to being 100%. He's not there yet, but he's awfully close. So his attitude's been great. He's running hard. He's been a great team guy, which I'm not surprised by any of those things. So, and we'll keep, clearly we'll keep working him. He's been a real strength of our football team offensively and our whole football team, and we'll try to use him as wisely as possible.
Now the Hawkeyes will look to bounce back against a Northwestern team that is off to a 4-0 start for the first time since 1962. The Wildcats have won 2 out of 3 in the series and nearly made it 3 in a row last year before giving up a 14-point halftime lead and falling 28-17 in Evanston.
That's the big question. I mean, that's going to be kind of something we see is how we do respond because this is our first test in that category. Coming back from a loss on the road, playing at home, it'll be a test to see how we respond. I think that knowing the chemistry of this team and where we have been, what we've been through, I think we've got the makeup to be in a good position. But it kind of remains to be seen. We
just lost and we want to win, and they just won. I know they want to win too, but it's probably about as simple as that for us. And then pertinent to Northwestern, I just what comes to mind for me are the last 3 games, and we're on the short end. A 1-2 score on that one. So and we got outplayed in both of those games, and we got outplayed in the first half last year.
The Wildcats run the spread offense as well as anyone in the Big Ten, with quarterback C.J. Bechet, dynamic running back Terrell Sutton, and wide receiver Eric Peterman the main threats.
Northwestern is very proficient and has been for a long time with this offense. They really do a nice job. Their players understand what they're supposed to do, and they're pretty good. So they've got a quarterback who's a veteran player. They've got a running back who hurts you in the running game. He hurts you in the passing game. So it's going to be a heck of a challenge for us to try to match up against their guys, and they're high effort players too. So they do everything right, and that's probably why they're 4-0 right now. They're really doing a good job.
Can't get out of position with these guys, and we talked about all the running backs in the Big Ten. You give them one sliver and they're gone. So just definitely play disciplined football, especially this week when they spread you out. You really got to play your gap and make sure trust the guy next to you. He's doing what he has to do, and you're doing what you have to do.
We just got to be ready to go more than anything. I mean, looking at the film from last year, those first couple drives, it wasn't anything that we hadn't seen. It was just a matter of them doing it and us not really responding until we got down in the hole a little bit. So the big thing is similar to last week. We can't come out flat. We can't come out dragging. We got to come out quick, and we can't wait for them to start throwing punches and just kind of react. We've got to be ready to go from the beginning, and we got to be swinging ourselves.
Once a team known simply for offense, Northwestern has ramped up its defense this season, leading the Big Ten in sacks with 15, and last week holding Ohio to only 4 yards rushing.
Yeah, I mean, they've got good players, they're experienced, and they play hard. But it's amazing. They're, I think, 3 sacks off last year's total. So in 4 games, they've really, I think it's 15. Does that sound right? They're just playing hard, and Then the other factor, you get a guy like Brown jumping in the game yesterday, who's a second-team guy getting 3 sacks. That's pretty extraordinary. So they've got a lot of guys that work hard, and they've got good talent up there. They're really. I hate to single out strengths of the team, but I'd say their front. It's one of the strengths of their defensive football team.
Still fresh in the Hawkeyes' minds as they prepare for their homecoming game this weekend is a 21-7 loss at home to Northwestern 2 seasons ago. The Wildcats dominated that day, and the Hawkeyes were booed off the field.
The first time I've ever been booed on the field, and it sits with you forever. You definitely don't want that to happen again.